Jim, our next question sent via the Cult of Cornette Facebook group. This was sent by John Wilson. I just saw an interview with James Storm. What are your thoughts on him and other TNA Global Force talent from, well, we've talked a lot about TNA talent. What are your thoughts on Cowboy James Storm?
I loved him. I thought he was great. He's an entertaining guy. He could cut a promo. He could work. He got silly, and I told him so at the time when he was doing a thing where he was riding the customized beer cooler to the ring and all that. That was more of, Russo's contributions to things. But he and Rude to me were they were the next generation of the guys that should have been on top there, that were kind of, even with Jeff being held down, but again, because Russo was such a mark and so was Dixie for the guys with WWF names. But I thought Storm was excellent. He knew old fashioned fucking Southern wrestling, how to sell as a babyface without dying and make a comeback with some fire. He had a look to him. He had a man's voice when he cut a promo and was pissed off about something. And yes, every once in a while he'd get into the ha-ha, but some of the ha-ha, for a good old country boy, sorry about your damn luck, that'll work. It just has to be the judicious ha-ha. But I don't even know what happened when he eventually separated with TNA. I was not paying attention at that point in time, but I understand it's been several years. Where did he last wrestle? I think he's doing the acting thing now, isn't he?
I actually don't know. I have no idea.
He was in. I saw headshots on the internet, and they didn't have a fucking height scale behind him, and he wasn't wearing orange. But no, he's tried to do some acting in Nashville and get some. I think has done some parts or whatever. Possibly TNA, ran him completely out of the wrestling business, but I don't know how old he would be right now. So I'm not suggesting that he needs to be out amongst the kids, but he could fucking go.
It's crazy to think about, but a lot of these guys from that era, even though he was there a long time, but speaking specifically to when you were there, guys we talked about, Hernandez and him, for example, they're not kids anymore. Even if they were active, they'd be, you would think, towards the end of their active full-time career, if everything had worked out well.
Yeah, and Storm could have easily been a star in the WWE as far as his talent in the ring, whether that they got it and or wanted to turn him loose, let him cut his promos and do his shit. I don't know, but maybe Vince might not have seen it. This current administration, if he was still 30 years old, might. But